Awesome. All right, what's up, everybody? I need to turn down the music in this game. There we go, so I can hear myself. Okay, hello. Hi, welcome to episode 17 of Pendragon, Age of Uther. The year 493 for realsies this time. Welcome. I'm Eric. I'm your host. I'm your game master, responsible for playing everyone who isn't these two knights. So I'm excited to be here. Hope you all are excited to be here. Jim, what's up? How you been?
I've been good. I had myself a little bit of a real life adventure, pulled my 3.5-year-old son out of a near freezing lake as we both fell in. Yeah, it was
Oh,
one of those like, you don't think about it when it happens. You're like, oh, I bet that looks like a really slippery rock. I better make sure he doesn't fall in. Oh shit, he fell in. And then I went in after him. And then I had to swim to shore because the rock was too slippery for me to get out. So yeah, fun times. Doing good, and
they
can't
won.
wait to play some Pendragon. You know,
Yeah. Wow. Slippery rocks. Not
I
even
know,
once.
right?
Colin, you have a story to follow that up with?
Uh, I'm officially moved into my new streaming office. That's why the lighting is different, and I still got to rearrange stuff. I've got all my cool posters on this side of the room, so we'll see. We'll see how this works. And I have a second monitor. I can look over here. I don't have anything useful for the second monitor, so it's just a picture of me shooting finger guns at myself.
Oh, don't
So
discount
that's
that.
all I've got. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what I need that second monitor
You
for.
also have fewer furry creatures trying to ruin your background as well. Okay.
That's not
Maybe
good.
I spoke too soon.
I've got a
Spoke too
dog
soon?
bed right next to me, and I guarantee Sam's gonna headbutt his way in. So
Fair enough. Okay. Well, normally I have a poem or something like that for us today to listen to or to listen along. But instead, I just have a scene that just happens that none of us are privy to that we have as well, or instead. So it's about Praetor Siagrius. Now wearing black, he is walking among the overgrown ruins of an ancient Roman manor. It is nighttime. Consider a very tasteful amount of misty fog rolling on the floors. In his arms, he is clutching a babe wrapped in cloth and fur, and in his other arm, a torch is lit, illuminating old, soggy, ruinous manuscripts, broken tools, and apparati of some sort of ancient laboratory that's been scattered among the forest floor here. A chill breeze nearly smites the torch from his hand, and with a sly smirk, Sir Agrius goes, "Ah, there you are, Merlin. I knew this was your refuge. I know of the tolls that awakening the dragon takes. See, you too. I too am a student of the past. Now I thought the king you would give counsel to would live up to your standards. I know of the power of Calfidwick and the respect that is required to wield it. Because, Merlin, you and I were not so different. We both have lost what we wanted most. Punished. For our dreams and our audacities to shape purpose into action. As he looks around, waiting for Merlin to come out from the darkness. Years we've spent in service to these dreams, betrayed and brought low by the same family. So tonight, in your home, I give you my word. One kingdom. And he looks down at the little babe. Or another. Give me your answer. Year 493. Spring. Cholderton. Father Caradig almost dies of an illness in Cholderton. He gets real bad fever Yeah, some sweats and stuff. It's really rough. And for this beginning scene here, he's recovered, but he makes it through. Again, this is for anyone behind the scenes. This is me doing the RNGs of my of survival rolls for all NPCs. He got a 1, and so I manually roll to see if he actually lives, because I do the 50-50 thing from Book of the Estate or Book of the one of the Sires or one of the books, Book of Families. And he survives, but it was an illness that brought him so low. And he confesses to you that he had the strangest dreams while he was sick. He dreamt of a strange island with black stone buildings. And my question to you is, what he's like casually, he's just dismisses this, right, as just some sort of hellish vision from his sickness. Do you just quietly sip your tea or whatever you're drinking there, and you're like, yeah, that sounds weird, or you tell him
super weird,
or do you insinuate anything different? Remember, you don't really like this guy.
Yeah, I don't really like him. Is he from around here? Is he a local guy?
He is a local priest from Salisbury. I don't know exactly where he's from, but he's not from any place that you have familiarity or other ties to.
Okay. I think in that case, even just a word of comfort, just be like, sickness can bring on disturbing dreams, Father.
Most disturbing. I will pray for myself. Pray for this place.
Glad that you're healthy again.
He doesn't have the he's still feeling a little too weak to like realize you're being kind of sarcastic with him and stuff. But he understands this is just going to be the relationship that he has with you.
Sure.
Cool. Let's cut to Winterborn Gunnet. Guess what?
What?
Your alarm bell is ringing as your bakery's on fire.
Son of a bitch.
You're being raided, even with the tower. And for the record, for everybody, Colin and I spoke at length about what the hell's going on with the different books and the different prices. Right now, Colin has a wooden tower, but we're in the process of saying, like, well, you have a wooden tower for now, because you don't actually have enough money for the stone tower, but now you're just like X out of the 50 money to make a stone tower. So just the more you put into it, then this wooden tower will turn to a stone tower.
Yeah.
All right, so just so you know, when I describe it wood, so I don't want to hear any YouTube comments being like, he said he was a stone tower. It's fine.
Yeah, the truth is, it was like 4 different things for 3 different people, and everyone gave me different prices.
There are wooden towers, there are stone towers, there's bailies, there's fortified mots. What the fuck? There's just too many.
And we transferred from
Book of
the Manor to Book of the Estate, so... Yeah.
It's way too granular. We're gonna fix this later. Don't worry about it. But in the meantime, this is what we're doing. Anyways, battle. You're being raided.
Yeah.
So with your tower though, so this will be a battle roll. For you to just kind of organize it. Unless you want to like feel up to doing some fights and stuff, and we can make it more granular. I didn't think so, but. It's always an option. It's always an option for these sort of events.
Despite me having better stats for like a person-to-person fight, my luck has just not been there. I say that, but we did take out a Duke, so I don't know. Let's do battle. Battle feels right.
Your battle skill will be augmented by your defensive value, where each augmented defensive value gives you an additional +5. So a tower gives you 2, so you're at a +10 for this roll.
+10 for this
because you have a tower.
Okay, so this is an auto success.
Yeah, did see if you crit. You crit.
Yeah.
See, I was so prepared here to make you have, even on a success, give you a devil's bargain, but you're able to do both of these. Not only are you able to drive off of these raiders, you also have the potential because of maybe I don't know, because you were able to see them from your tower, or someone's going to help point you directions. You're able to drive off the raiders and figure out where they're going, and you have enough time to save your bakery. So good job with a crit there.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you want to pursue them, or do you want to still like? I will give you this opportunity right now because you have the potential. Because of the crit, so your bakery is saved this year. You don't have to worry about it. You can track them down right now. You can also track them down later, just at not as fresh of a a little bit colder tracks. You could also maybe like help your commoners even more right now as being like like huzzah, like we got rid or something like that. Because keep in mind,
Commoners.
you have a bunch of strangers living around, and right now
Commoners.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of people pointing fingers, being like the strangers brought them here, right?
Yeah, no, I wanna focus on finding that unity. So that's where I'm gonna put my focus. Vagrants are a fact of life. Like bandits, raiders, that is life. So it is less important in Gareth's mind that he goes off and chases yet another band of brigands than it is for him to try and heal whatever rift there is between the newcomers and my old sheriffs.
Yeah. So you're gonna this is almost like you're using the opportunity of your success of your battle event to like give yourself a justice check or something like that to like help. Now, would you want to use this, and would you frame this scene? I'll give you two different ways of doing it, or something else that you want. But you could either reduce your hatred of your landlord or raise your love of your commoner, kind of thing in this scenario.
I think I want
Or
to
something
reduce. Let me bring up. I don't even know what those. They're the same value. Hate one, love one. I want love. Love me. That
Yeah.
Gareth also wants it too. So that's what I'm going to choose. I think Gareth is going to, when he's doing like the triage of like, okay, you go here and like let's get the water and put this out. He's making a specific effort to include like to pair people up with like new with old. So like they have to work together, and they are working together to save
Right.
this bakery and save this home. Just
All
to
right.
like try be like shove them together and be like, you're gonna be friends now.
Okay, so that's the part I wanted to ask you about. Because then if we zoom in the moment of being like, well, I'm not working with those strangers. They're the ones who brought it here, and like, how do you respond to that sort of like chafe, or chide?
Then yeah, Gareth is gonna point and be like, is that why he's putting out the fire on your house? Is that why he's hurling his efforts into saving your property? Is that what they do? Or are they a new neighbor whom you're uncomfortable with? I do not ask you for your comfort. I ask you for your trust.
Damn, that sounds like you should get a check of some kind. Let me figure it out. What kind of trade do you think it is? Is that being is that just or merciful or it's not generous. Like you should definitely get something here. Trusting. You're showing the virtues of like trusting your neighbor by doing that. Like, is that what you're exemplifying here? Like one of these should get checked.
I'm asking them for their honesty. No, that's what I'm asking. That's not what I'm sort of evincing. Dude, this is a weird one. Jason,
Jim, do you have any ideas?
Forgiving. No. God damn it. This is not easy.
Yeah, it's like it's
oh no
something you're trying to provoke in them.
This is prudent. This is so prudent. I may be trying to get them to trust each other, but what I'm really doing is like making sure that my people get along. That is like that is that's the opposite of reckless.
Right.
Reckless would be running off into the wilderness when there are people at home who are already at each other's throats.
Yeah, so check prudent as you chide one of your local commoners about being like, yeah, is that why he's cleaning? Is this why he's fucking trying to save your house right now? Yeah, go do your job. How dare you talk back to me? Now love me.
This is Gareth. The old Gareth is still there. Don't worry.
All right. Then also roll a d6. This is how much your love will go up by.
2. Dope.
There you go.
It feels weird having a responsible. I'm going to say that for the next couple of weeks because it still does feel weird.
If your bakery would have burned down, your hatred would have gone up by 3. So good job.
It's good.
Yo,
hey,
peasants love their bakery. Let me tell you.
Man, when I thought I was gluten intolerant, I was still fucking eating bread. Like bread and circus. Don't even need the circus. Give me fucking bread.
Nope, just Panera. Cut out the middleman. Okay, cool. So that was your bad event for this year.
Pretty good bad event. I'm happy with that.
Right. Cool. So overall, other than that, in the spring, you two are fine. If there's any sort of like proactive things you want to do in the spring here, this will be a good time. I want to remind you that you guys are probably wanting to go meet up with Ferumbus at some point and like trying to capture or
Yeah,
like
that's on the
Tiagrius.
Yeah.
Just so you know, like you're probably going to have to ask the Earl for permission to do that, right? To be like go right off and ignore any potential duty, but regardless, you would ask at the feast, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
If we would have asked at the
upcoming
feast, then
yeah.
I think I'd still send a kind of letter to get him ready for that question. So we're
Sure.
not just like springing on, be like, my lord, when
Yeah,
we shall see you at the Easter feast, please don't be surprised when we ask this for your leave.
Okay.
Man, there's a part of me that really wants to go riding around looking for magic lakes.
I think, did we talk about last session me wanting to get a mate for one of my relatives?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I brought it up. I don't know if we've done anything either mechanically or fictionally for it.
No, we didn't. We haven't done anything mechanically for it.
Yeah, okay. I want to find a spouse for you, Wayne. And they are my cousin.
Oh, yeah.
And they are the only living relative of my father's brother. So like I think that his berries and the Winterborn Gunnets are both interested in making sure that that part of the family tree doesn't die off.
Well, then let's do a random marriage roll like you would in the winter.
That's a great idea.
And then maybe we can do some sort of extra rolls to encourage things. So, for example, for this roll, you get +1 per glory per 1,000, like over 1,000. Although I think this isn't you helping. This would be your Wayne's glory, which let's say it's 2,000.
Right. Yeah. I on God, is this what the Earl feels like? Being like, I don't want them to marry badly, even though I don't directly benefit from it.
Being a bachelor knight, you can only get married to people that the Earl says, right?
Yeah. So maybe maybe the letter's two-part. Be like, hey, we're gonna ask for your leave come spring, and also my cousin.
Yeah. By the way. Yeah. Yeah. So her glory is +2. Her fealty for Lord. So we're like, where's this? Where do you come into play? You could do a courtesy roll, at her behest.
Okay.
A crit is +2, a success is +1, a fail is nothing, and a fumble is -2.
Got it. Oh, so
fail
close
is nothing.
to a crit.
Very, very close.
That's fine. People are still weirded out by New Gareth.
This is in the letter. Yeah. Okay. You could also enclose a gift. I think you could provide gifts to the Earl as a +1 for Libra.
Per Libra? So I spend 1 Libra and that's a crit?
No, I think it's a gift is +1 for Libra equal to the sum of the above modifiers. So 2 glory, there's no additional fealty because I would imagine your Wayne's fealty for Lord is 15. Deeds would be modifier, so it's 1 Libra. It's a +1 per 2 Librum.
I'll spend 2 Librum.
Okay.
Do I re-roll or?
No, this would just be for the random marriage roll.
Oh, okay. I'll spend 4 Libra.
So a +2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wayne has always been
she rolls
in the
with
background.
a +4.
Yeah, she's always been in the background. She is the youngest of my household knights, I think. She is my age. Like we were born within a year of each other, I think. She's literally a year younger than me, yeah.
Yeah. I mentioned that I think maybe like she was betrothed and then he died or something like that, just like some unluckiness and the sword just didn't really work out.
Yeah, I don't think she's pining so much as been busy.
Yeah.
She's been very career oriented.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Exactly. Just
which is good. I'm not discouraging that.
Focusing on her art of killing.
Yeah. I really like that in a household knight.
Yeah.
But
all right. So Colin, roll a d20 and add 4 to it.
Hey, all right.
13. A daughter of a vassal knight. Can you roll a d6 for me to determine which daughter number? 6th. All right, so the 6th son. Let's see. Can I do a holding? Is Woodford taken by anybody? I'm pretty sure Woodford's taken.
Woodford would be interesting because that's
Isn't that where she is from? That would be.
That's where my mother's from.
Yeah, so
My
you
mother is
can't.
a
You're gonna
Woodford.
marry your own.
Yeah, that's a no.
I don't think that's the right answer
No,
there.
I mean technically there's no
Broad.
blood tie.
Yeah.
Right, because
All right. I wrote down.
Into
Okay.
family.
I just rerolled, and I got broad.
Where the fuck is that?
I have no idea where broad is. Broad is a holding in my table. So.
Broad. That's
the 6th son of Broad.
So that's what Gareth does for the spring is pores over maps trying to find where Broad is.
Yeah. So basically a one step up of a hedge knight, right? So this is probably a vassal of a vassal. This might be a vassal of Ewan, like someone up in like another castle, not even Salisbury, but someone who has fealty to the Earl.
I literally can't find this place.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, that's what I buy. It's that's how obscure this place is. That's how small it is. Their dowry would be 1d6. And they get 100.
It's at the very south of the map at the Ebble River.
There you go.
Oh God. Oh, Broad. It's a pagan site, right? An ancient site. That's what the pagans got. Stonehenge is one as well.
Oh yeah, I guess they're pagan. Yeah. Yep.
Ooh, is her husband gonna be a pagan?
Yep.
God damn.
Yeah. Her husband's pagan. Let's see who their husband is. Let me write a male Kimric name. Kibno. We've had a Kibno.
Kibno's Erwin's surviving brother. It's been many years since he's checked in on.
Busy, it's a popular name.
Vassal Knight Kibno.
Yeah. Yet again, Gareth's family floats toward the pagan side of things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, Gareth is kind of Christian out of rebellion, I guess.
Yeah, it's a thing. Cool.
Right. Sounds good.
Speaking of things, this is for the first time for you all. You're having Easter not in Sarum for the first time, like in a while. You're all going with the Earl. So what's been going on when I don't invite? So it is required that the Earls goes to Uther's feast every time. It's the same reason like Cornwall, like when you muster and stuff, you go. But the Earl obviously doesn't bring every single knight with him to all these feasts to the king, right? Only a handful of trusted people. Sometimes you're like, we got 2 extra, spare. You guys come along, right? Or if it was like Merlin pulled some strings and be like, they should come along and they have a story or whatever. And this time though, you all are just lucky enough that you all get to go with him. You're going to Silchester, so you're just going up the road, not too far.
Silchester.
You're going to the seat of the Duke of the Vale. You're going to Duke Ulfius's house. So I'll be.
It's not going to be awkward or anything.
It's not London or anything like that. It's just Court in Silchester. So you're gonna be there with Uther, and the Earl.
With Uther as well. That's after the trial and everything.
But this would be a good time, like on the road, if you wanted to like talk to the Earl about this upcoming summer. Like, hey, so I'm really looking forward to doing this thing, or whatever. This would be a good time. Do you want to have that scene?
Yeah, I think it's a good time.
Who would lead the way about requesting leave to take up this other quest, right?
Not to keep jumping into the spotlight, but he is my guy, right? Columbus
Oh yes.
Yeah.
is not my vassal knight, but he is, I guess, a household knight, or just
Yeah.
over
Technically a
one of my
bachelor knight.
manors. Bachelor knight who's
Yeah, because he's technically
supposed to look over one of my manors, but
yeah.
yeah, I'll approach the Earl and say, "My lord, I hope that you received my letter and that you're not surprised when I request respectfully leave for myself and Sir Erwin to track down the one known as Siagris, as he currently has my friend and servant, Sir Ferambus."
Well, Sir Gareth, afraid it's not going to be my call. We're going to have to see what the king's going to need from us. You might have to be mustered up, and who knows, there might be a battle this year. But I did receive your letter, and, well, if it's in my power, I could see about giving you garrison duty, and maybe you can find some time then and on your patrols. But it'll be up to the king.
Of course.
Are you really sure it's him?
Ferambus?
Siagris.
I am sure very little. Only God knows. But because God knows, I tend to trust him. And in my prayer, my thoughts have long lingered on Siagris and the woes that hath been foisted on him.
Very well. Just caution to maybe not bring up that much to the king that you're not certain of.
I shall curb my tongue.
Basically, the Earl is telling you that, like, don't bring up Praetor Siagrius, like, you know for sure, to the king. Like, that's because you're also saying that, like, if it wasn't him, or if it was, if he's like, you know, A, he's either dead and you look like a fool, or B, like, it could not maybe just be mistaken, and now all of a sudden you got beef with it, like, you know, if he is alive.
Yeah,
so
I also don't want to,
you know what I mean,
embarrass Maddock in his search.
Yeah, like, just
wouldn't
be
that
careful
be the
there.
worst?
Yeah, right.
That would be terrible.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. So the Earl will definitely caution you to be like, well, definitely see about getting the favor of Maddock as well before you present it. It is his case, and well, if you want to work with him, then he doesn't see why you would want to do that. Why are you so drawn to this?
As Erwin has made it clear to me, Ferambus was sent to retrieve me after my moment in the Vale. It was transformative for me, and to think that my salvation came at such terrible cost to Ferambus sits ill with me. I would not wish my salvation to be at the damnation of another. And so if it's in my power, I will retrieve him, restore him as best I can.
Very well. Cool. So he gives you his blessing. As far as you will have to make a case to Maddock.
Maddock, okay. I'm good. Like after the conversation, kind of rein back into line with Erwin. And go. We have to talk to Maddock, Erwin.
Whatever for.
We have to get his permission or help.
Yes.
Is your priest, the one who writes as good as poetry, available? Perhaps a nice sonnet to swell his ego might do as well.
is a thought. I admit I'm a bit reluctant to continue to be tangled up in these the affairs of our betters, but I cannot allow the trueborn son of our king to perish in some perilous wood.
There's always weighed on me. And to make Merlin explain himself.
We'll make him explain himself, if we can.
If anyone can make that Welsh wizard explain himself, they will truly have God's favor.
Yes. Now, to Silchester.
Yes. The Silchester for the Easter feast. All right. Notable guests for this year. King Pellinor is here as a guest.
Oh.
Although he is very I'm trying to think of the best way of putting it. He is held in honor, but it's almost like an insult. Because everyone's kind of here laughing at him for being like on a stupid quest. And so everyone is basically here just kind of mocking him, and he hates being here. But for some reason he's stuck, and he agreed to be here. So that's something you might want to look into if you want to. But he basically has to be laughed at this feast after you've heard him and what he thought about Uther and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Right. So everyone thinks he's a fool.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's one thing to do. Another one would be, so you can't just be playing cards all the time if you want to get some of this stuff done for the feast. Right. You're going to have to talk to Madoc at some point.
Gonna have to talk to Madoc. That's fine. That's fine. I'll draw fewer cards, I guess.
Yeah. Is inquiring about, like, is sort of inquiring about Pellinor, like going around and eavesdropping and sort of like innuendo, or is there a more straightforward approach, do you think?
I mean, what's your intention? Your intention is to just like find out why he's here?
Yeah, curiosity, yeah, for the most part. More surprise and curiosity given what he said and the last time we saw him.
Well, you wouldn't be remiss to just like frankly ask him if you saw him at the feast. Be like, so, you know, what, no, it's hasn't been too long since I saw you. What brings you over to these parts, kind of thing, right?
Right, yeah.
Or you can just let like the gossip engine run and you can just pick up stuff.
I think Erwin's in a more direct sort of mindset in that sense. If there's a moment, then he would approach the king.
All right. But let's.
Hey, Pellinor, how's your penis?
Yeah, how's it going?
Well, before that, let's see what it's like when you guys come into the feast and where you're seated.
Oh yeah.
That would be appearance tests.
Does appearance get affected by aging?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if my vanity can really handle that. It's my highest stat at this point.
Your appearance is your highest stat?
My appearance is my... Oh,
and you still
no.
fail it. All right.
And I failed it.
You're below the salt. Erwin is above the salt.
Uh-oh. It's been a while.
I think this is Gareth attempting to...
I'm sorry, you had salt.
Because remember, Gareth has sworn a vow of, like, austerity, right? That he's not drinking alcohol and he's not eating rich food. So it's like very simple foods and then polite bites of the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he tries to do it with how he dresses, and it ends up being unfashionable. It's like, oh, Gareth, did you forget to get dressed for the feast? He's like, no, I went with a simple garb there that I now realize almost matches what the servants are wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
2 roughs are in this season.
Cool.
It's brocade everywhere, and it's like, come on.
All right then.
All right.
Yeah. So let's see what
brocade thread in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got the eels for the first course.
Ooh,
Boiled bittern
thick, spicy.
and a selection of cheeses. All right.
Bitter.
I don't know what bittern is. Probably some kind of weird
is
herb.
a marsh bird.
Oh, it's marsh bird. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Marsh birds.
Oh,
Boiled
Eels.
bird. Okay. Let's go around. So near the salt, you're getting 1 geniality per turn. Below the salt, you're getting 0 geniality per turn. All right. But Colin, I think you brought up a great point. Yeah. So Sir Gareth, it's kind of assumed that you're not really participating that much, so you're kind of getting snubbed off of the VIP lists.
Yeah. Yep. It's all right. This is the first year of New Gareth.
This was going to be It's gonna be a
Knows that,
shaky
yeah.
year anyways, considering you both were coming out of that trial, and like you're here as well,
Oh,
and
yeah.
being how you're getting received.
That's also something. That
Even though
also
like you're
that.
cleared of charges, doesn't mean that everyone sees you the same way.
this was probably like the reason we're here is probably like a concession. You're like, okay, well, we technically cleared these two of charges, but like let's invite them to Easter so people know that we're serious about them being innocent. But that doesn't stop talk.
It's
Keep an
kind
eye
of
on them.
exactly like that, and it sucks a little bit.
It does.
You're here at a birthday party out of like pity, like it's not really like a fair thing.
Oh, I've been there. I've
Yeah.
been there in middle school. That was me. Holy shit.
So it feels a little weird, right? I don't think none of you are notable yet, right?
No.
You're still in the 3K glory range, so
yeah,
2
yeah.
cards
Erwin's
apiece.
Cards.
Now Erwin, if you don't want to be near the salt, you could always try to pass a pride test and say that you should not be here and go below the salt.
I mean,
Gareth would argue against that.
yeah, I think being near it's been a while since Erwin's been near the salt,
Yeah.
and
That's
you might
been
enjoy
your
it.
luck
Like
on
especially after the trial, being near the salt. That's
Feels good.
all right. I'll start
many-
out with drawing some cards.
How many rounds is this feast going to be?
Let's do 3.
3? Okay, and that does
Yeah.
give me time.
So first round, I see both of you drew some cards. Who wants to go first?
Erwin, they're near this.
I gotta play this one. Oh my god.
All right.
No. No, if it has an hourglass, is that the host one?
No,
Or is that okay?
I don't remember what the hourglass symbol means.
Is that? I
Yeah.
think that's keep.
Yeah, it might be a keep card.
A keep card.
No, or keep
Okay.
card typically is like a glove or something. Maybe that's the
Yeah, I
host.
thought that
I
was
get
the
it mixed up.
host.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Wilson.
I get it mixed up. It's okay. Show us the cards. The chat can't see the
Oh yeah,
cards.
yeah. Show us the cards. Yeah.
So show us what you're working with.
All right. Here we go.
Show me your
Manners.
moves.
We got Manors, which is
You
yeah,
unexpectedly
right.
pass wins while the host or important guest is speaking.
Oh no!
And the second one is more drink.
It's more drink. I have a 2 in courtesy.
You have a 3 with your geniality. Your geniality
That's
gives you a
true.
plus
I would
1.
have a 3. Yeah.
So
That's a
boom.
10% to 15% chance.
Mm.
A 5. You have a. Whew.
I'm not sure that I want to risk any of that.
The fumble for
The
Manners
fumble.
is also
Yeah.
you missed the next round.
You have to change your clothes. Oh my god. Yeah, I think more drink just because I don't know that I'm ready yet for heartache
Yeah.
tonight.
Playing it safe.
Yeah, I'll play it safe tonight.
All right.
This is not where
alright.
Erwin wins glory.
So
Feast
this
Hall
is
is not his battlefield.
okay. So a bunch of drinks are poured out. Let's go with drinking drinks. No, it's under the procedure.
So
Yeah.
we're testing indulgent. That means if we succeed at indulgent, we drink too much.
When you
Right.
fail your indulgent check, you're gonna get drunk. Roll indulgent one more time. Is what I have written down.
Okay.
So by having a high temperate, I'm more likely to get drunk.
Yeah, that seems
Oh,
weird.
no,
doesn't it?
no. Yeah. Oh, no, if I succeed at Indulgent, and right now Indulgent is very low. Okay.
If you're 16 indulgent, you must succeed at a temperate to do anything but indulge.
Got it. So I want to fail this, of course. Ah, God.
So you pass.
There we
Yeah. I passed. I didn't want to pass.
You wanted to get drunk?
No, I thought it was...
No, it's
If-
when you fail your indulgent check and gonna get drunk, then you roll indulgent one more time to see how much drinky drank you get.
That's,
So Erwin
And so-
fails.
Yeah, so Colin,
So
you
it's gonna be
pass, and you're the tasteful amount of drinky drank, where you're not really
Okay.
affected. Erwin
Goes
hits
to
the
his
hard
head.
stuff early, goes right to your head.
Mhm.
Roll indulgent one more time.
Here we go.
that's worded so weird.
Also a failure.
Fumble though.
It's not a fumble.
Well, yeah. Okay. Never. I was thinking of something else. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So what happens to him? This is the first time he's ever been publicly intoxicated.
You failed at
Yes,
getting drunk.
No, there was that one time early
Was that one
on
time?
when I kept feeding you drinks.
Oh yes, that was. Oh yeah. Mhm.
Wait.
Yeah.
You didn't pass out. So
That's good.
when you fail, yeah, you're still sober. But then you failed. I mean, I'm looking here.
Mhm.
Passing out. Known a character with energetic value 16s cannot be made to pass out from drinking. Okay. Even if otherwise detected, even if otherwise directed to do so. Okay.
So he passes out.
Yeah. So, no, you're just gonna be drunk.
Okay.
So you don't skip being drunk. So then we're just gonna treat it as being drunk. And when you're drunk, you get +5 to flirting, orate, lustful, reckless, indulgent, and valorous, and -5 to everything else. There you go.
I think this is just what Erwin needed to go psych himself up to talk to King Pellinor.
Yeah. And also, I'm gonna rewrite that card because that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
I think
It's like negatives. It's like when you negative a negative. Anyways.
so mechanically, I think if you fail your indulgent check, that is, you indulge, that means you succeeded mechanically, right? Because I have a 13 temperate and a 7 indulgent, which in the fiction should mean that I'm more likely than not to be temperate. Does that make sense? But this card is saying if I succeed at my indulgent,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
that's weird. That's weird.
It is a little weird, but it's fine. We're heroes, and we're just gonna power through.
That's fine.
Right, and all the modifiers make you more likely to succeed your indulgent check. So if wine is served, you're less likely to get drunk.
No, yeah, and that seems weird because it's going up, right?
Yeah, I think I
What is going
get
on?
drunk and Erwin doesn't.
Hold on, drunk
'cause
as a mouse. Okay.
The card simply says indulgent, test indulgent.
And if it's 16 plus, it's mandatory.
Right.
If you fail an indulgent check, you remain sober.
Okay.
That
So
just
Erwin is
seems-
sober.
So then we have it the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you failed
Yeah.
to be indulgent is what happens. Oh.
Yeah, so Erwin, yeah,
yes.
do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
makes sense.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So,
So
I'm
then,
the one who has to roll indulgent again. Erwin is fine.
He's fine.
oh. Okay.
Just barely.
Drunk
You'd roll an
characters must roll energetic to stay conscious during following rounds, but you don't have to do that because you're energetic.
Yeah, I failed again, so I'm the one who gets
You're the one
I
who gets
succeeded,
drunk.
so I'm the one who gets drunk.
Yeah, you haven't had anything to drink in a while.
Yeah. Oh God, I broke my vow. I'm stressed. Oh no. And now I roll energetic to stay awake.
No, you have an energetic of 16.
17.
Yeah, you don't have to roll.
Oh good. Oh,
You cannot be
that's-
called to pass out. You could roll from the passing out table because if you crit your energetic, you become sober. So maybe you want
But I
to.
would.
If you want to tactically
would-
roll that to get sober, you can do it. But you literally cannot pass out.
Okay, I'll roll it. I'll risk the crit fail.
Yeah,
with a
but if you
chance for
fumble,
crit
you
success.
do. Yeah.
That's fine. I'm leaning into this.
Right.
Okay, rolling the dice.
So some beer, pass
Success.
it around, success.
I'm
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Disaster averted.
Okay.
I'm glad I brought that up because now that makes more sense.
That's, yeah. You failed to indulge. All right. Let's see.
Make this.
Next round.
Yeah. There's no glory to be had from the card.
No.
All right. Gareth.
Both of these are good, so I'm going to drag them out.
Yep. Show us.
Wayward Wife.
Your lover is probably here. If that
Yeah.
also makes sense. Oh, another guy's looking for his wife. Oh.
They're both good because I could lean into Gareth is taking the brakes off the drunk train.
Mhm.
I mean, they both have. The mead one guarantees me at least a geniality.
It's true.
It's a tough choice. Let me look at my traits to see which honest versus deceitful is a 10 and 10. That's a coin flip.
It's honest versus lustful.
Oh, I can't decide. Evens, it's the card on the left. Odds, it's the card on the right.
Mm.
All right, Wayward Wife it is. So I'm
Test.
going to test. It's a coin flip. It's a 50% chance.
Well, since one valve's broken.
Oh, it might be that.
Oh.
Taking the brakes off. All right, honest.
You do. Remember, you have +5. Yeah, so you don't have anything for your flirting, but you will have +5 to lustful here. But you do pass your honest.
Yep.
And
+5 on that.
your deceitful.
I crit.
You crit your deceitful. It wasn't deceitful, it's lustful.
Oh.
So you should have a -5 to your honest as well. So you actually crit your honest, my friend.
I crit my honest. Okay. And here's my lustful. And I I crit fail my lustful.
And you literally fumble your lustful.
Yeah.
Wait, because you're so drunk you fucking shot the moon, Colin. You're so drunk that you failed this so that you actually end up doing the right thing. You crit your honesty and completely fumbled your lustful. So you succeed at the highest of your honesty.
They come over and they're like, so your wife isn't here, and it's like, I love my wife so much. Her brain it's sharp, and you want to play with it. You want to cut you sometimes. She once cut me when I was asleep. I think she wanted to make sure I could actually bleed. That was a different time in my life. And where are you going?
No. You gain the knight's thanks.
Yeah. He comes over, he's like, thanks for checking out, like, taking care of my wife. I was like, I miss my wife.
You gain 2 geniality.
Awesome.
New Gareth is fun.
Yeah.
Wow, that went from a disaster to amazing. Good job.
Mm-mm-mm.
Cool. Round 1 of the feast is over. I feel like at this part, I feel like we all just want to play cards all the time, that I feel like at the end of each round of the feast, I should just read some of the gossip stuff. I feel like that's honestly like the more fun way of playing this game. I don't know why I'm making you all like do a choice like there's any choice other than just give me the fucking cards,
true.
Eric.
They really fucked up on this one.
You know what I
because
mean?
they
Like the
made
whole game's the
cards
cards.
so fun that you don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
Because what else you could do? You could roll gaming.
Right.
Yeah.
You could make
But-
like 4
Or
Libra.
There is a lot of fun about being in the penalty box of rolling your appearance so high that you actually can't do the cards. That is kind of cool. But other than that, fuck it, just do cards all day.
Yeah.
But to be honest, that's what a consequence of like critting, right? So that means that you've either got a ridiculous appearance or you've put a lot of money into your appearance, like your clothes.
Yeah,
like, that seems like.
But you're also
That happens
sitting
so
at the
rarely
king's.
unless you're-
You're sitting at the host's table at that point, though. So
At that point, your priorities should have shifted.
yeah, that you shouldn't be. Yeah, that you shouldn't
Not
be
here for the
doing.
feast.
Yeah, you're not
If
sleeping on the
you're-
floor
If you're
afterwards.
making an effort where that is possible, man, don't draw fucking cards. Talk to the goddamn king.
Right? Oh, nice. Yeah, so news gets passed around. Obviously this doesn't happen at one time. It's just that through the course of this feast, this is what you've heard, right? The Saxon king Octa has escaped from prison up north by Malud. Perhaps this was Merlin's doing. They're both pagans after all. It's true.
Which guy was this? Was this the one
This
we
was
defeated?
this is the one you defeated. Him and Yosa. Yosa was killed by
By the
what's
Duke.
his name? The Duke, Ulfius. Yeah.
Right. And you think Ulfius likes that or is this, ooh, I get a chance to kill the other one?
Oh, he hates
or
it.
is it like, oh shit, my prize got away?
Yeah. I think you might hear about is that you're going to I think he might have been kept. Yeah, he was being transferred. He was being transferred to like Malahud or something like that, as like there apparently some sort of political arrangement that like Malahud's going to get him to get some sort of like alliance thing, and he broke out. I'll give you that. Like, no intrigue needed, but yeah, apparently this was rather than just ransoming him back, he was being used as a political chip and got busted out. So that gambit blew up in the politics of Logris's faces. That also means war's probably coming soon, right?
Yeah. Which makes our talk with
He's
Matt
probably
a
not.
little
He's not going to
harder.
be cool being like, "Hey, I'm free now." Peace. No. Right. All right. New round of cards.
This year. All right.
But will he be able to raise an army this year?
Probably not.
Yeah. That's just in our future somewhere.
No.
Sure. I assume war with the Saxons is in our future.
Yeah. Oh, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
There's two things certain in this world: God and war with the Saxons.
War with Saxons.
that is the Pendragon guarantee.
If it's available, I'm going to talk to King. The option's available. I'll talk to King Pellinor.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can burn around to go talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's sitting. Especially he's right below the salt with you. He's not at your same table or whatever, right? But like you're able to go over to him and stuff, and you see him like he's kind of expecting to be humiliated by you because it's kind of like everyone's kind of like leaving him alone. He doesn't really have anyone to talk to. In fact, it's so weird to see him because he's clean shaven now and not like just like a giant bush man just made of moss and he's actually like his hair's been cut and cropped. He's shaved, very nice facial hair, like just like the classic little like goatee thing at the time. And he hates it,
I think I'll probably approach him with a it has you've changed a bit since the last time we ran into each other.
Have we? And he looks at you again. He's like,
Two of us by a campfire.
Yeah. Oh, forgive me, knight. I forgot your name.
Sir Irwin.
The lake. Yeah. You thought I was gonna kill you. Yeah.
For a brief moment, yes. Did you find your beast?
Your eye. You're a balm in this place.
Well,
You know, as he like takes a deep drink of wine.
this is a different sort of battlefield, isn't it? A different kind of hunt.
Hey, this is no
You know
hunt.
who excels at these sort of battlefields? My wife. She's so good at this sort of thing. I mean, I like it too, but she's ass.
Is she here, Sir Gareth?
Are you?
Yes, probably. Talking with other people.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, I don't think it would hurt. Yeah, we can say they're here.
Okay.
Oh well. Gonna be. I would love to meet her. She seems like quite the person. Is he gonna be okay? Like,
It's been a while. He swore
you got him.
off.
You got him. Yeah.
Swore off drink for some time. This is his back in the saddle.
Wow.
Yes, I'm curious about your
Getting
your
back into
hunt.
the saddle. Yeah.
Yes. Did you find your quarry?
If I did, I wouldn't be here.
Yes. And you're here because you lost a bet, or someone forced you?
My blasted family brought me here.
Sure.
Be careful about those you bring in as family, or when they have a tendency to take the best of you.
That's
Leave only the worst.
it's
He feels really
unfortunate.
defeated.
Yeah, it
Clearly
seems like
something
it.
happened back home that like he has to be here now. So
Yeah.
it's something internally politicky.
Sure, something that's above Erwin's pay grade. I'd like to steer him towards happier topics
Yeah.
if you could.
Totally.
You can sit down with him. King,
Yeah,
is
totally.
there,
You're burning a turn for this, so like absolutely.
is there, well, when will you find yourself on the hunt again?
Well, nearly as soon as this feast is over and Christ is risen 3 days from now.
Indeed. If there is, well,
And he
Forgive
like
me
looks
for
for a
being-
priest nearby and like I guess one day for rest. You know, like you make sure someone hears that. But he does no intention of keep.
you might say, forgive me for being forward, but if there is ever an opportunity or you have need, we always call upon my manor, and I will assist you in any way we can.
You trying to hunt?
It's been some time since my last hunt, and it was less successful than I would have liked. But
Well,
I'm sure with
I
your
consider
instruction,
myself
I
an
will improve
expert at
quickly.
unsuccessful hunts, Erwin.
Well,
For now.
then perhaps we have a lot to learn from each other,
You definitely said that like a drug dealer, by the way.
right?
You like to hunt? Yeah, you into hunting?
Yeah,
You want some
like
hunt? I got some
Trying to
hunts.
hunt? Trying to hunt right now? Oh shit. Yeah. But no, I'm glad you're spending time with him because this is the first time he was like really arrogant. Like when you met him, he was like, well, "I'm gonna be the fuck." He's not like these assholes. I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm a different kind of asshole. I'm gonna catch the best beast that's ever lived. But no, he tells you he's like, yeah, no, good. Like as a one hunter to another, there's something special about this one. It's almost like the Gladysant is a part of me. It's hard to explain. It's almost like I know it's lonely, and that if I could just hunt it, it won't be lonely anymore. I
Is it
sense
some-
a connection to it.
yes, something
If-
that came to you in a dream, or
No, I saw it one day, and I just cannot believe my eyes. And since then, I've yearned to see it again.
I certainly know how that feels, King.
And-
Certainly know what it's like to yearn for something, and
Oh,
the satisfaction upon achieving it is sublime.
would you be willing to trade anything for it?
Anything.
Kingdom, friends, family, your titles.
Yes. There are things in this world that put all of that to ash.
Right on. You know, he's like, oh, well, yeah. Wow, you're deep too. What
Oh,
drives you?
Love,
I like you. Yeah.
love, and
Yeah.
my position, my knighthood. I strove to be greater than my father, and now I find that I simply want to be, well, and I think Erwin might even be embarrassed by this. Now, hope to be the best father I can and pass along this to my son.
Well, that is a different beast that you must hunt entirely,
No
and
less
one that I know
elusive.
nothing about. But I do wish you the best. You are a very good man.
Thank you.
No, you're being too modest. And like he's trying to like call people around here and be like, this
Yeah.
man, he's made of good certain stuff.
You're,
Yeah.
he's
So
gonna let him talk
yeah.
over him.
Well, yeah. Tell me about that trial when you have a minute. Did everything go well?
Yes. It was a bit of a tense few days, but once we arrived and spoke our hearts, the truth won over the king.
Right on.
If there's room,
Just
well,
yeah, call up
sure,
next to
drink with
him.
him.
Yeah, scoot up. Yeah, he makes rooms. Get the hell out of here. Actually, no one's really sitting next to him anyways, because he's kind of the outsider of the feast. So
Mhm.
yeah, spend some time here.
So,
You know what I'm willing to do here? Let me make a
Yep.
roll for him. Well, that's either really bad or really good. Yeah, no.
what do we got?
So here's what happens. This is really bad because he definitely
yeah.
doesn't have. He fumbles this.
Mhm.
He fumbles his courtesy check because basically I was like, oh, he's going to let you sit above this, below the salt with
Yeah.
him.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently not. Apparently you doing this causes a ruckus, and King Pellinor interjects, being like, no, he's my friend. I am the king. I will be doing this, and then smash cut to both of you sitting below the salt or on the floor, right back to you two together where your seat is, because he gets kicked out. Actually, he gets kicked out. So that didn't work out. So no, you guys are just both below
Okay.
the salt.
All right. I'll. This is where
Yeah, well.
Erwin's comfortable anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Awesome.
King Pellinor. Yeah.
He hates feasts.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. Okay, cool. That's your turn. Aerith,
Okay.
show me your moves.
By the way, how's my mic level? I'm getting some people.
You're a little
tell me.
quiet. You're a little quiet. You're a little
quiet.
muffly. You could be a little louder.
Okay, better, worse, better, worse. Is it getting louder or softer?
You're literally the same.
Okay, I'm turning like dials on this mic. I'm sure they're doing.
Maybe
something.
that's not the mic that's enabled.
Yeah, it might not be. Like if you've got.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. It is the mic that's enabled. Okay.
Select
Yeah,
it. No,
it's
reselect
just
it.
me. I need to project from my chest. Okay. So we've got one more round before I need to talk to Matic. Definitely putting that off. So I've got 2 cards here. This King of the Bean one is pretty great. It's for the rest of the feast. You must choose to draw cards in preference to any activity. So like, that's not a punishment.
You were
if you have any other
selected.
keeper cards, discard those, and I can't play anything else that's a keeper.
Oh
Like,
my
as soon as
god.
you-
Oh my god. You know what this is for this feast? You get to dress up. They have a costume of the Gladysant that you have to wear to rub it into King Pellinor.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but
Oh my god.
That
That means the
sucks.
Duke makes you do it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, I'm getting 10 glory, and I now get geniality. I get 3 more genealogy just for this. So I gain 10 glory
You
and
were-
plus
yeah.
3 genealogy.
So you are selected to be the lead character for this feast, disguising the King of the Bean, Cupid's Cherub, the Great White Stag, etc. So whatever this feast is, well, there's obviously a bit that they've done for King Pelinor's presence, and that you've been drunkenly roped in because you're drunk, which makes perfect sense. And then you just show up.
I love this game. I love this game because, like, also consider this is Duke Ulfius's domain, and he
Yeah.
knows that the Earl of Salisbury is going to be there, and he knows the king is going to be there. So he's taken a. This is a really good way to embarrass the Earl without any kind of like. There's. How do you get back at him for this? How do you even prove that he's humiliating you when it's just like, no, it's
Oh.
part of the feast for sure.
Yeah.
Duke
Every
Ulfius is the
yeah,
worst.
like he's not only able to insult King Pellinor, but he's also able to insult the Earl. So it's like a double. But it's
Yeah.
but also it's like it's a good insult against King Pellinor, but like a gentle, like friendly gotcha dude, just trolling you kind of thing to him. Right?
Yeah.
I love it. That's good. Oh, it's some good fun. So that's actually you get 10 glory automatically.
Yep.
What else is that? You just keep this card for the rest of the feast. You have to act the fool as you wear the Gladison costume. You're gonna go talk to Madoc just as the Gladys. You can't even
Yeah.
do it because you have to draw cards. You have to keep drawing cards.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that. I was so excited about being allowed to keep drawing cards.
So there's this moment, right? There's this moment of between Sir Erwin and King Pellinor about what happened to your friend that you're the drunk one that's running off, and then we just hear like some fanfare of like bum 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 as the doors open up and like you just slide in as the Gladison. And they're like, oh no. And you both are mortified. King Pellinor's mortified, and Erwin, you're mortified. Because you know it's
Bad look.
It's Gareth.
Gareth.
How did Gareth
maybe
get roped
next
into
time
this?
take my vow of austerity more seriously.
This is what happens.
Uther, typically sullen, and has been kind of sullen. Actually, like, gives a real big belly laugh. He is. Also, there's no Excalibur. Don't mention it. That was the thing about the feast. Don't mention the lack of the sword.
I don't frequently just mention swords anyway. I don't think that doesn't come up naturally in conversation.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
probably fine.
Yeah.
There,
Oh,
that's my
sure.
turn.
It's not. He wasn't wearing it at the trial either.
Right.
Nothing to worry about.
So you would gain
5
3 glory,
genealogies.
or you just flat out gain 10 glory and then plus 3 geniality.
To be clear, I ended up below the salt, and I've somehow gotten more geniality than Erwin.
Yeah, I mean, this is the last time it was I think I got 10.
Yeah.
The feast is not where Erwin excels
No,
at all.
no, that's okay. It's probably better. It's
All right.
good to be actually good at being a knight compared to being a guest.
Try out my 20 sword and see how it goes. Does that mean I can't fumble, by the way? If I have a 20 in sword?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. It wasn't clear when I was looking at
You can no longer
Um,
fumble.
the alarm. Sweet.
Erwin.
Yeah. Grinding it up.
What'd you
Round
draw?
3?
Yep, round 3.
All right. Come on. Let's see what we got.
Are you gonna talk to Matic then?
Yeah, I might have to.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't anymore. I should have read that more wisely.
So hold on, I didn't update this, but I don't know where to put it. I think the fumble of King Pellinor brought you below the salt. So you're not gaining the auto geniality.
I did have that for the second round, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
When you spoke to him, it's just that for this round you've actually been pushed out.
Yeah.
You don't normally
I've gotten
do that
2
because of the
for-
way seeding works, but because he fumbled this seeding thing, this is the result.
Yeah.
You don't lose any honor or anything like that. It's just kind of a humorous thing.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. So I've got another. This is a feast where there's a lot of drinking. I've got overindulgence.
Yeah, I think Uther's drowning his problems a little bit.
Which is a con. My con's not bad, 15. But generous night. Ooh. So let's see. So if you grade it, so my maintenance last year was rich, but I normally go ordinary for this generous night.
It's true.
So how does that work? If like, does it go off the last year or just like average or something?
If your grade of maintenance is poor or ordinary, the knight offers to provide goods and services. If you accept, you may live. If you,
Yeah.
oh, I mean, they're just saying that if you choose to going forward the next year, they'll let you live at an ordinary knight status for free, and so it's basically 2 extra discretionary income.
Yeah.
Because your arms and your bardings and support is kept. You still have to pay for your family.
Yeah.
But you yourself is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
But if you live as a rich knight, they would let you live as a next. Oh, so if you were ordinary, but you're not,
but
so
not,
you just get a check to proud.
Yeah.
If you choose that card.
Yeah.
Grant is rating us.
Hey, Grant.
Hey, Grant.
I'll play this one.
Ellis.
Yeah. So the generous knight's like, hey, got some money for you. I'm sorry about their trial thing. I'm wondering if we can maybe smooth things over. How's it going? My name's Sir Blowman from London.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, whoa, hold on.
What if it's what is
oh my God, what's his name's dad? Yeah.
Where is it at? It was like 3 or 4 feasts ago.
Oh, Pendragon?
It's either, I was thinking Pendragon or Gwynlid.
Gwegligid, yeah.
Gwegligid, the one who gave him that gift in 490.
Yeah, the feast from Lindsay, yeah. Oh, yeah, it could be Gwegligid. Who do you think? Do you think it's your squire's dad, or do you think it's Gwilligid?
You were the one who took the London merchant kid.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Pendragon is...
Yeah, that makes the most sense to me.
I think, that one really does.
Like,
hey.
Yeah.
Make sure my son has the good pillows.
Right.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's say it's his dad.
Let's do that. Yeah.
None of this chicken feather nonsense. Only goose.
Who's this guy? Is this guy merchant?
Yeah.
Gwern.
He was a merchant raised up, or this is how the merchant thinks he's getting sort of into knight society.
Yeah. He's a merchant from London. He's obviously like cloth prices and how they fluctuate.
Mm-hmm.
He's a cloth merchant.
Like what Erwin thinks about how the king should handle the merchants is one thing, but you can't have, this is unacceptable to make this kind of offer. And Erwin's gonna turn down. This guy can't come up here and suggest that.
Hey.
Yeah,
well, he's gonna be like, no, you don't understand. This is a gift. It's okay. Like, and so like you telling him off is like prideful, I guess, is how this is gonna get played out.
I mean, it really is, right? Like, because Erwin is not really flexed this way in terms of like his societal and class privilege that he has. But this is one of those, like, what are you doing? Like, why did you even?
Well, I think he's talking to you privately, right? I think he's not like making a big thing about it.
Table.
No, this is like a rich kid bribing a college admissions person, right? He's like, just make sure my son's doing good in Sarum and like things are just smooth. And this is for any bumps in the road, right? Yeah. And you're like, no, it's just a gift, it's a donation. You can give it to your church. Let's make sure everything's cool.
Should donate it to your church then.
No, well, you don't take the money, and you're like, oh, you just give it to the church directly. Then, we're good. And so are you? I don't accept that you're doing this without the knowledge of it, because then that's not being prideful. That's just kind of being ignorant.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I think you know what he's trying to do here. He thinks that you're trying to like this is the money that will go to you for whatever you want. Just so make sure that Pendragon is doing okay.
Yeah.
Your squire.
He's doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, especially in light of the gift that Erwin bestowed on the Father Tengrid or Tathan.
Yeah.
A few years ago. Yeah, that's different. Come on.
Okay. Cool. Well, he remembers that, and he doesn't like you.
That's all right. This guy.
Well, sure, I will make sure it gets into the Good Friday baskets.
Yes. He's gonna, I don't know, leave, and I mean, I don't know. Pendragon so far has been a decent enough squire. He's on his way.
True.
Come on. No need.
Good old Pendragon.
Actually, it's been tested in battle yet, I don't think.
No.
Poor
No, I
Pendragon.
don't think either of us.
All right.
Okay.
I keep forgetting the name of my new squire.
Your squire's Yisgaran.
Iskaron of
Iskaran.
Allington, the other Allington. I
Yeah.
apparently wrote down the other Allington.
The other, this is way
Yeah,
north.
His
Not
name
your
is the
Allington.
other Allington.
The other out.
Yeah.
Oh yes. All right.
Iskaron of Allington, no relation.
All right. Good stuff then. So then you would gain one geniality. I know what words are.
Check to pride.
And a check to pride.
Check to pride.
Or do you? I guess you just do it to the card.
Oh, I did
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
sorry.
card twice. More food. If either one I choose. More food.
More drink. More food.
You drew more food, eh?
This is I think a point of pride only
Pastries.
only for Gareth. Only for Gareth inside. It's whether or not he can resist the drunchies. Because no one at this point, no one else gives a shit. He's wearing the clown outfit. He made people laugh. He's drunk life of the party, but like he swore an oath, and like this is how guilty he's gonna feel afterwards if he fucks up this roll.
And really, everyone thought the feast was kind of winding down, and then someone's like, "Pastries! I got pastries. Look at the bake!" And all of a sudden, the overwhelming smell of plum and apple and sugar, it just comes in, and you're like, "Oh no!" And everyone's like, "Oh yes!"
I've got -5 to temperate and +5 to indulgent, right?
Yes.
Because I'm drunk.
Because you got the drunks. Well, pass your indulgent.
Oh. I passed? No, I didn't.
You
Failed
indulgent
my-
win.
my
You failed your
temperate and
temperate. You passed your
I
indulgent.
passed my indulgent. Yeah. Yep.
Make a con check.
Oh no. Oh,
You're literally gonna eat so much you pass out.
I'm gonna beef it, aren't I?
You're gonna eat so much. You're gonna.
Do I have a -5 for con as well, or is it just? for the
No,
skill?
there's no way.
Okay.
Being drunk does not hurt your constitution. If anything, it's the opposite.
That's true. All right, I don't.
It's
beef
only
it,
the morning
right?
after that sucks.
Oh god.
Gareth
you
didn't
passed.
beef it.
You didn't. No, you didn't
Fuck
beef it. You didn't
I'm
feel
gonna
full
make
and
note of
retreat
that.
to a quiet place. No, you just hate yourself.
Yeah,
You just.
I think Gareth got a head start on hating himself. Like they brought out the pastries, and he's like, "Oh, excellent! I swore fucking oath."
You're just
And
the
just like-
Gladison. You're just this motley, literally this motley animal costume with this giant head, like the snake or whatever it's above. You have the leopard tail. You know, you're just like this stupid Muppet looking thing. Just your face is covered in fruit juice and crumbs. When you wake up, you're like,
Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh,
Oh.
no!
All right.
I got 5 geniality, but at what cost?
that was a terrible cost.
King of the Bean. Truly, I am Gareth the Bean.
Erwin is able to.
Fails
Erwin
passes
passes
temperate.
it.
All right.
Well done. Oh,
Pastries
that's
are kinda
good. Those pastries are delicious, but you know that you should only have one.
You really shouldn't eat more than that.
I'm not checking anything, right?
No,
That
you don't.
plum's gonna go right through you.
God damn it, Colin.
Gareth was so ready to wheel and deal and talk with Maddox and all this shit. And then he became King of the Bean.
King of the Bean.
You drew the king of the bean. Let it be known.
If you know.
Wow. Yeah. So you didn't really talk to Prince Madoc. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Was this our? That was the last.
Yeah, this was the last round of the
round.
feast. Let's calculate our geniality and stuff. Looks like Erwin, you have 3 with your card. So you got 30 glory for this feast.
Mm-hmm.
Gareth, you got 5 total. So you got 50.
10, so I got 60 for the whole feast.
Because you got plus 10 for not the bean, right? The bean gives you it.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. So then you miss your chance to talk to Maddox about joining him on his quest.
Yeah. Well, it was if we wanted to do this the legit way, right?
Yeah.
Because there's still a likelihood we could, if we wanted to, just do it going around.
Well, it's also like at this time you have sort of like the real serious business of what you're going to be doing this year is kind of like kind of passed down to you, and technically you're not supposed to know like exactly, but I mean, you guys are high enough level that you know. It's not like your squires would know, but you would know.
Yeah. We know what's coming.
Yeah. That apparently, because of King Octa's escape, everyone's frantically trying to figure out what to do about the Kingdom of Malahut now, which is right underneath Lothian. They've been raided recently, and now that's like the big diplomatic problem. And apparently, your Earl has been nominated to do it, which means you all are going up to Malahut this year.
And Lothian is the kingdom that Igraine's daughter.
Yeah,
is
Scotland, basically.
Basically, yeah.
North of the wall. Yeah. So that's where they're going. You're going up there. But you're not, I'm sorry, you're not going to Lothian. You're going to Malahut. But Malahut borders Lothian. That's just to give you context. I can show you the map as well. But in general, yeah, they've been raided recently. They've actually been pretty much getting raided constantly. Some of the refugees that were from Colin's place is actually from there.
Oh, okay.
This is like, I think, is this the furthest afield we'll have gone?
I mean, other than
because
France,
we're going up all the way near.
Yeah, you went to
Scotland.
France though.
Oh yeah,
did
forget
kick ass
that
in
because
France.
that was so inglorious.
Yeah.
Someone murdered a
about?
peasant, and then
Right.
I lost my shit during like a very routine raid. Oh, bad memories.
Can you? That feels like, as a person, that session feels 70 years ago.
Oh God.
Yeah.
But it was only what, 487, 486?
Yeah, it's only like 10
that was
seconds ago.
that was the year that my first 2 children were born.
Yeah.
And then the next year my illegitimate child was born.
Oh, the game.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so you don't really have, so that, you know, that's what's coming up this summer. You might be able to like make your case or something with the Earl about on this ride, maybe trying to do something, but that might be kind of dangerous, right? You're going to be travelers in other kingdoms' lands, right?
You know what? Gareth is going to put this to Erwin with his hangover and all of his shame and guilt. He's going to say, he's going to, one, apologize to Erwin for his conduct at the feast when they had business that we were trying to do and he didn't do it. He's going to offer to maybe send one of his bachelor knights to try and get a message to Syagrius to like set up a talk. And this is without getting permission.
Mhm.
That could be really bad for us.
Yeah.
Like if anyone found out, especially Maddox.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
I think given who it involves, it's difficult. Like it's one of those things where he's like Maddox seems just so volatile.
and he's the prince. He's the
prince.
son of the king of Logris. So like,
Yeah.
if we're talking about treading carefully, we'd have to.
Yeah.
Gareth would be willing to be like make this his sole venture. He would be the fall guy if things get caught. But he honestly he's trying to sound Erwin for advice. Like I could try and do this, right? I have multiple bachelor knights and I've been able to send them off to do shit before.
What are you seeking? Sorry. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering, like, slightly out of character here. Like, what is your intention of getting word to Syagrius? Like, what you want to meet with him?
Yeah, he's holding Ferumbris, right?
No, you have Ferumbris back. He broke out.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Yeah. Okay, that's
why you know about him. Yeah, like this is like Ferumbris has returned.
He came in all dirty and everything, like the end of
I thought someone had told us that Ferumbris was okay.
No, it was Ferumbris. Yeah,
that's on
he's
me.
like, dude, I fucking just escaped from shit is going down.
It was okay. It was at the end of a session.
Something about a kid. Yeah, it was the end of a session. Well, I mean, it was the end of an intense session. So yeah, a lot happened. Yeah. So,
but the utility of this would be to like try and set up a meet rather than have to hunt him.
Why would he listen to you?
Because I'd be giving him his coin back.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like you have no leverage, and then I forgot.
Yeah, no, this would be straight up like, look,
hey man,
you know, we had a heart to heart. You don't got to trust me.
Ooh.
Well, if there's anyone who can pull it off, I think everyone would think it'd be Gareth. You know,
it's true. Gareth's got the big criminal brain.
Yeah, but you should take precautions.
So do you think I should do this?
I can't stop thinking about it either, but I do not think it prudent. Still,
then we shall wait until after this Malahith campaign.
Yes, we should keep ourselves focused on what is here and now.
That makes sense.
Gareth will take Erwin's advice, but because he's got such a high energetic, he's not going to like it.
Yeah, Erwin's just becomes steadily and more and more. Why are we doing this again?
Yeah, all the time. He's just like, I want to do things. I want to go. All right. Yeah. I think that's that's probably the wiser course of action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not enough to gain too much.
Although I forgot that you had the coin as well, so if
so you have
still running around out there.
You both have coins.
I've never met him. That was
that was Frayed.
Mm-hmm.
That was Frayed.
Yep. Yeah.
That's right.
The one with
Thank
the coin.
You. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Erwin has ever ran across Syagrius at all.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure you heard all about him.
Yeah.
You heard all about
talking
Gareth.
about him. Yeah.
Gareth is like, you don't understand the way the camp was put out. Gods.
Yeah.
There's a perfect square in the middle of the woods. Who magic is that?
Wow, it's extraordinary. Yeah. Do tell me more. Go on.
No, you've met Syagrius.
I may have met him like at a feast or with
you
the
met
invasion.
Him, yeah, you met him at you've met him at least one feast, and you certainly have seen him like at the battlefield, right?
But I wasn't at the tent party.
That
everybody.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't at that party.
Right.
You
I
didn't
know
even
what
see him.
challenge going.
Rolls.
You've only seen him
Yeah.
at formal like business events.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then it's envoys time, right? So you all so you're not going to be trying to break off or let the Earl or do anything like that until after this.
No.
Cool. Yeah, so then where we're going to wrap up today is you guys then travel for it's literally like 3 weeks.
Mhm.
You get up there.
Yeah.
It's
It's way
I'll
up there.
show you.
Up
I'll show everyone
near-
on a map.
It's not even on the handout map. It's all the way over to Lindsay.
Up there. Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah, you all are traveling to the King of Malahut, with the sole intention of formalizing an alliance to fight the Saxons. The Earl is really fucking pissed about this. But there is a silver lining here. Apparently, the Earl is also and the reason why your Earl was chosen for this is that the Earl is going to have to marry one of the king's daughters.
Marry one of.
Yeah, one of the Malahut's daughters.
Oh. Ooh,
As sort of a
good
thing.
for the Earl. Look at that.
No, he doesn't want to.
I mean, yeah. But I was being polite.
But yeah, he's good for him, right? He's not happy about what he needs to do. But he's doing his duty.
It's literally like a month. I just measured out, and it's almost 300 miles going by the roads. So
Yeah.
like 10 miles a day in a large group.
Caravan. Yeah, I was gonna say, well,
Yeah.
you're not a single person. It's a big ass group.
Well, you can do about 20 miles a day. That was what most travelers could manage, and then 10 miles a day was basically what an army caps out there. Good
Yeah.
army caps at 10 miles a day.
So yeah, I said about 3.5 weeks, right?
Yeah, that's a long. This is
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's plenty to
Across all
talk
that
about.
marsh.
Yeah, right. There's plenty to talk
comparatively,
about.
it's-
You have to go past the Battle of Lindsay.
Mhm.
Right? You're going back where that was. In fact, you can't even go that way anymore. That's Saxon territory. So you have to
All
go
the
a
way in
different way,
Lindsay?
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're stepping on the trade road. to have to
Yeah,
go around that.
right. Like effectively you have to go around Lindsay and Lincoln just to get up to Malahut.
Man, England sucks right now.
Yeah. Most of this side is Saxon territory. I should make an overlay map of this that's sort of like this is Saxon controlled land right now.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you just
So
a
we're
better
having to
picture.
Cut up through.
But like for instance, I'll just do a quick little thing. Like, yeah, like this is bad times.
Mhm.
This is bad times.
Mhm.
Up here's bad times. This like
All
generally this is all getting run over. Yeah.
So in a lot of ways, because I know basically everything Cameliard all the way down to where we are, that's all Logris. And then Devon, Tintagel, that has come to heal.
It's Cornwall.
So we've got Logris and Wales and tiny ass Malahut, and most of the rest is Saxon.
Mhm.
Well, Logris isn't these other kingdoms, but yes. Yeah, exactly, right? No, actually, technically, the Picts, I think, are like over here. So really there's even less land.
Okay, so we have half of Wales.
Yeah, you have half of Wales.
And Cornwall. And
Yep.
then the rest is Saxons.
Yep, you're doing your best.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
It makes sense. This is obviously the historical version of England. The ahistorical version of England. But you read a lot of the poetry and stuff that was produced at this actual time during like the Saxons and Danes when they're invading, and they're essentially writing apocalypse material. It true for them. It really was the apocalypse. Just hordes of these pagans. They don't understand what they're doing except murdering a lot of people and specifically focusing on churches, right? How can that not seem like the end of days?
Certainly.
Considering how little anyone traveled, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? Like you don't know the true extent other than just random whisperings and murmurings and stories of these giant, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Well,
Cool.
there's more bad times in Malahut to talk about.
Awesome.
But I will give everyone an intrigue roll here to see what's going on. There's no penalty. This just represents your time at court. Sort of what's going on. To give you better an insight here, the Earl's not the only one here.
Oh God, I fucked it up again.
Oh. No, all right, none of you. Right.
Yeah.
Several other envoys are here, including a few Saxons. Most notably among them is the Tusked Knight.
The what?
The Tusked Knight. It is a Saxon that wears a helmet of a walrus.
Excuse him.
Yeah.
That's metal as shit.
Yeah, it is. He is one of the envoys here.
What are they?
You steer clear of that guy because that guy is just like literally metal as hell. And you're like, okay, that's fine. But you have to, it's political, so no one's like fighting each other or anything like that, right?
Sure. I mean, it's not like the Saxons are unified anyway, right?
Well, I mean,
we have multiple kings.
King Octa's back though, and that's kind of what everyone's talking about. Is that this was supposed to be a deal, and now King Octa's back, and the Saxon envoys show up, and I think this is sort of something you do not see in Logris at all, because you guys are kind of shielded from this a lot. But like the Saxons are civilized in a way, like not to like put that in a bad culturally way, but they are. I'm sorry. Let me walk back.
Sure.
They are adopting the ways of Kimric culture to try to get in with you as like a political equal instead of just like not. So like they are obeying the forms of court and stuff, right? They are obeying the rules of Malahut, and they're trying like you would any other person, right? Obviously, they have different beards and stuff like that, but overall, like they're following your kind of policies, and so there's a lot of negotiations that happen. You're not really privy to it.
I think everyone steer clear of all that. He's got a hatred of 16 for the Saxons.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think he's not going to mess anything up.
No. Is your hatred 16, Gareth?
Yeah.
No, I think you are.
Not even I.
No, with a hatred of 16, I think you're actually forced, Erwin. You're forced to test prudent.
Yeah.
Mine is 9.
Yeah, as Aswin did a number on you.
Yeah. All right, test prudent.
That's true.
Yeah. So basically, you're like they try to like I think they maybe even like snub the Earl, which like is kind of like what you see with your loyalty or to him, and you're like, oh yeah, I can't fucking do it anymore. Let's go. Let's go. But you hold it back. You're willing to hold you pass your prudence, and this is not the right place. But your hatred is like brimming, and that's what's kind of fueling you for this moment, right?
I can certainly see that. Yeah.
Right, because once things are 16, just like feast with indulgence, it's sort of automatic, and you're like, oh, I gotta fucking go after this guy. Like you can't insult the Earl like that.
Can't do it. What are they even here for? Yeah, right. He's yeah.
And then like you hear like the doors close or the doors open and like foots come and the Earl goes, let's go. This is a waste of time.
All right.
And he doesn't say anything more, but he's supposed to get married. He's supposed to have these things, and he's like, this is a waste of time. We're leaving.
Whatever he says. So we're leaving like with his forces?
Yeah. In everyone's leaving. He's like, we're done. You were expected to be here for like another couple of weeks, but he's done. But he's not getting married.
No fight, no marriage.
No fight, no marriage. They're out. King Malahut is throwing his weight behind King Octa.
Fuck.
Oh. All right. Well, he's
and
surrounded.
You see, he has a letter. Yeah, he has a letter, and basically, their intentions are to attack Logris.
Are we gonna be able to get out of there in time?
Yes. They're giving you the courtesy of bringing the bad news. being like,
Gotcha.
"You're wrecked. You're wrecked. See you
Gotcha.
in a little bit."
I understand what happened.
But
Yeah, gotcha.
basically, they're gonna make a giant Saxon doom stack from the north and come down.
Sure.
Yeah.
That assumes they have the ops. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Assuming they have the odds, but there's nothing you can do about it. Like that's
In a weird way.
because they're like, Uther has no sword. Like his kid's kidnapped or something, and you can't find. Like, get out of here.
Now's the time to strike.
Apparently, he's sick. Yeah, like this, you're done. Get out of here.
All right.
Like, they probably wanted to be like, if you were in the meeting and the intrigue was successful, you probably not only would have heard this as the intentions, but they were probably trying to persuade the Earl. They're like, fuck it, give us the keys, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have no chance with this guy. And he's like,
didn't something happen to our grandfathers with these Saxons? Like I forget what was from the first session. Night of Long Knives or something.
That's not the Saxons. That was Vertigan.
Oh yeah. Well,
he hired Saxons though.
Yeah,
he did, didn't he? He brought him here.
They have a different way of doing things.
Yeah.
In a weird way, I think this is kind of relieving for Gareth. Ultimately, we're still not far removed from. I mean, we just fought our own people, right, in Cornwall, the Duke of Wa, and it's nice to be like, we're not attacking someone out of greed. We're defending our home next against Saxons and traitors. This is morally uncomplicated for once.
Just like old times.
Even if Uther is a shit king, at least we're still doing the right thing.
I don't know that Erwin sees it like that. He might have been not spoiling for a fight, but like he's used to this now, right? This is like every other summer. So he might be coming back under a bit of a cloud, just like no glory, no plunder.
No glory, no plunder.
No allies. Yeah. He might want. Is there an opportunity to have the Earl's ear about what the next step is?
Yeah, totally. I mean, you have like 4 weeks of chatter. Yeah. Actually, you'll probably get home in about 3 weeks because you're all probably hauling it, being like, "This fucking he's pretty fucking mad." You know, he's making sure they're going. But yeah. Absolutely, you can talk to the Earl. You don't need to make a roll to like get audience with him. It's informal. You're like 40 people together for like 3 weeks. You're definitely have a chance to chat with him.
Mm-hmm. I think I would. If Malahut stands against us, then where will we focus our strength?
No. That's going to be the question that everyone's going to be wondering. If it was up to me, we would fight him on our home turf. We'd fight him somewhere in Salisbury.
Perhaps we could push them out of Kent and present a unified face to them. Erwin's just sort of thinking out loud.
But Erwin, it's no use dwelling on such things as that for now. Where these fights end are not for us to decide.
True enough.
What's for us to determine how many we kill. You see, once I deliver this news, there's no way I'm leading any vans.
Yeah, there's a little glory in this, but I cannot help but feel that this is a herald for even worse tidings.
I pray you were wrong. Oh. At least I don't have to marry some Malahut princess.
Yes, indeed. I don't know that Erwin's going to push anything more than that. He's trying to see where the Earl's mind was.
The Earl's very defeated, but he knows that he feels like the resolve of Logris that he's completely convinced that Uther's going to win.
What else can we do?
Yeah, but ultimately it's just going to be it's shitty for him because he's just more gloomy because he failed his job. He feels like he failed his job, right?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
as diplomat, as envoy, as the mouthpiece of Uther. He failed.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't think everyone's gonna
But,
try to like convince him otherwise. That seems. a bit of an
I will
overreach.
admit that Uther not having his sword, well, I don't believe him. I don't believe the rumors.
Was the Earl at Tencha Jail last year for the trial?
No, he wasn't for your trial.
Okay.
It was just, I mean, technically he should have been. Like, I feel like the Earl would have, and even like a priest would have showed up with you. So
Mhm.
yeah, I guess he was.
Okay.
But there's no sign of a sword there. There was no sign of the thing there. And anyone who
Yeah.
asked about the sword is like, yo, shut up.
Yeah.
So everyone's basically confirming without confirming the rumor that Uther lost Excalibur.
Yeah. We had accomplished much before the sword. We can accomplish much without it.
This is all Merlin's fault, man.
Yeah, it seems that he set us up only for failure and mockery.
Druids.
Well, we should speed home, my lord, and prepare ourselves for what's to come.
Yeah, cool. And that's where we'll wrap up today.
All right.
There's more to do this year. So we're not directly going into winter. But yeah, that is basically the adventure for this year.
This one feels more tense than the trial. It's just
Yeah.
It feels like there's storm clouds on the horizon.
That's exactly
Yeah.
how it should feel.
Yeah.
That this is to give you all a sense of perspective. We are coming up. This is the season finale. Storm clouds coming.
Mm.
This is the end of the Age of Uther
Oh,
and
Okay.
beginning of the next era.
Right.
yeah.
So like this is the beginning. Uther's
It's gonna be
like
bad.
yeah. Just so you know.
Well, they are
Yeah.
surrounded.
Gareth is gonna like quietly start doing calculations about how fast he can build palisades and shit.
Well, you already did the most important thing, which is get kids. So
That's true. Well,
Uh,
I mean, because Sussex and Kent are Saxon territory.
Yep.
And we're a hop skip away. And
Yeah.
we are on the east side of the river,
Yep.
which is the natural defense. So if the Saxons come west,
That's a good
we're
point.
first on the block.
but they're not. They're coming from the north, thankfully.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like I think
Yeah,
if
that's true.
as long as
That's,
sorry, Colin.
no, go ahead.
As long as Erwin has the Earl's ear, he's gonna seek leave to fortify his manor. Basically, pitch like where we are at the northeastern edge of the county. It feels exposed. Perhaps fortifications, with your leave.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah. He gives you permissions for sure to build that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
So a setting question for you, Eric.
Sure.
I've been thinking of Saxons as like capital S unified, but it occurs to me that's not the case.
No, there are a hodgepodge of different factions of themselves and
So when I'm
different waves of different folks that end up getting wrapped up as Saxons.
So the Saxon to the north that we're about to get into a slap fight with they're like they have a different leader, they're a different political entity than the Kent and Sussex ones, right?
Yeah. What happened is that the Sussex ones ended up throwing their weight under King Octa. So yeah, so like King Octa and King Osa are like the unifiers of the Saxon factions.
Mhm.
Okay.
He's like King Octa is basically I described this a long time ago, but he is effectively like the Uther analog of the Saxons.
Yeah.
Like he is the one
Okay.
unifying these groups. In fact, he's actually I think he's from Sussex actually. I think he's one of those what he did was one year, it was like a throwaway detail, is that everyone thought the Saxons were going to invade, but instead they invaded themselves. They took a bunch of boats and went from Kent up to Essex, and basically was like, "Yo, you're joining me." And everyone's like, "Oh, great, no battle." But everyone's like, "Oh no!" But also next year, and that's when the next big battle happened. I think that's actually was the Battle of Lindsey. I think the Battle of Lindsey was sort of like the culmination of that sort of maneuver.
That would make sense, and that's right, because the Saxons in Essex, there was the battle near Colchester or something. They fucked the Essex up, I thought.
Yeah,
Chelmsford.
There was something like that. Yeah.
Basically,
all those people fled because another wave of Saxons came in, and Okta was like, "Yo, you're coming with us. You're working under my banner." And
this is all really interesting stuff for the player, Colin, but like Gareth kind of can't give a shit about that.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about this.
Yeah.
But this is stuff that I read.
War right now.
Yeah, but no, I know it isn't so funny. Like I read the Pendragon campaign notes, and like this is exactly where my brain goes. It's like this is what's going on. Yeah, it's super nice.
Oh.
So,
Cool.
But get ready for some gloom.
Yeah, feels like it.
Yeah,
feels like it.
All right.
What a game.
Right.
Yeah, this one feels super tense.
Because we're trying to make preparations, but we don't know which ones to really even make. I think fortifying our manors is the safest bet. I can't get wrong.
Yeah. Right now, for sure. Cool. Yeah, so I think I'm setting a goal for myself that next session I will have sort of like version 0.1 of how I want to do the Manor phase going forward.
Cool.
Just to give everyone sort of like a heads up of how I expect to do this is that I'm a little bit unsatisfied that each manor feels like it's an individual ocean, and then you have to sort of weather that in your little manor boat. I'd rather have the ocean be Logris in general. So like if there's like a bad year of weather, it affects everybody, and that's how does everybody weather this giant wave of bad? And that's sort of where your stewardship comes in. I want to normalize effects, so rather than a harvest being half, it's like plus or minus 1 or 2 each year. But I think, so I said this on Twitter, but I think ultimately the questions the winter phase asks us are very good and completely solid. I just think that it could be streamlined a little bit and updated a little bit for play. And then the last thing, the most major thing of all, is improvement changes and overhauls. I'm basically going to overhaul this whole, like, here's the list. Here's like the D&D equipment list. Buy what you want, and replacing it with more of like a tier system, like that, like a tree that have things that branch off of them. So when you buy things, it sort of unlocks stuff based on the way you go. And then obviously your manors have limited numbers of spaces of how you build without giving up different things. And so I'm going to do something like that.
If we want more hamlets, we need to clear fields.
I'm basically turning your manor into a mech. And it's like, how do you want to build your manor? So
I like that. The system as it is isn't bad, but it feels like such a compromise between top down and bottom up. Like there are options that are like these bottom up ones, where just like it gives you a thing that matters in the fiction, but you don't really know what that does for you. Yeah. But then there are ones where it's just like, that is mechanically good. Like, I know what it does mechanically, but I'm not sure what it does fictionally.
Yeah. I think definitely reading Book of the Manor, Book of the State side by side, it feels like they are approaching the same thing from two different directions.
So, Chad's asking about so Prince Madoc. If Uther falls, Prince Madoc does become king. So far, he has been sort of like honored as the heir. Like Uther has made sure and kind of legitimized him, right? That's why he runs his banner and does his fights and everything like that, because he has full authority of it. However, the question will always persist is, a leader isn't a leader because of himself. A leader is a leader because everyone agrees he's a leader, no matter who you are. Every autocratic regime is actually an oligarchic regime of people being like, okay,
sure, we'll cooperate.
Yeah, every single one of them, because otherwise you get killed.
I think especially because
no Magna Carta needed. It's always been that way.
He's the king of Logris with, like his father. Like the High King is not a thing he can claim. He needs the electors in the senatorium, whatever,
the 25
body
kings or whatever. Yeah.
And
Yeah. So obviously Madoc would be secured as king. However, a trueborn heir, that's, I mean, you don't have to read that much about history to know how bad that goes every time. So it's not even the trueborn heir's fault. It's just someone else has plenty of beef with Madoc. You saw how he rules, right? Madoc doesn't have a lot of friends. They'll just throw their weight with this other guy, right? And then it's really like the Duke, the Duke of the Vale, or like even like the King of Malahut would be like, no, I only respect the other guy, and all of a sudden you have a civil war, right? So that's why these things are terrible to happen, and so much bad things happen because a ruler's a kid or a potential kid.
It's like
Every
how
time.
Terry Pratchett writes about history in Discworld as having its own inertia, where like when things deviate from how they should go, capital S, capital G, history kind of self-corrects. And here we have a political system that is very much good at self-correcting when the wrong person takes the throne.
Yep. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens.
It'll be fun.
Yep.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, let's get out of here. Jim.
Yes. Jim, on check us out over on YouTube. We are WebDM, or I am one half of WebDM rather. We're talking about D&D and other tabletop RPGs, and I don't know, we're experimenting with shooting some new shows now, so it's also a good time to get any requests in. Sometimes we do like just topic requests, usually from our comment section, but I don't know if it's one of those things, we might be able to do a video about it in a more timely manner. So yeah, come check us out, and I think that's all I got to say today.
Cool. Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin Vulcanet. I am one half of the Phantom Roll Booth. We're a creative firm of me and my partner. We do RPG stuff and RPG adjacent stuff. At the moment, I've got this going on, and I also am head of a Discord for playing Ironsworn, a game by Sean Tompkins, in a ancient Mediterranean-inspired setting. So if you want to join us and play some games play by post or live, whatever, if you want to contribute to the settings, check us out. Join us with that. I'll drop a link to the Discord in chat. Pretty slow right now because I'm dragging my feet actually putting together the setting, but definitely check it out.
Yeah. Cool. It's very good. Wine Sea Sagas. And then there's me. I'm Eric. Thanks for watching and hanging around with our Pendragon. This is one of my favorite campaigns. This has been such a wild ride, and I'm so excited that everyone's super into it. And keep watching there. You can see me in other things. Follow me on Twitter for other ideas. But hey, if you're playing Pendragon, I will be sharing my winter updates and stuff like that for free once I have them available. And so if you're playing it and if it's interesting, let me know if you use them and if you do different tweaks to them. Right? I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of using this as a maybe a version for my mech Pendragon Errant at some point or another as well, right? So might be the foundation for that. Okay, so with that, we'll get out of here. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you later. Bye.
See ya.